Yo, what up people? Welcome to this brand new live stream on the Wednesday evening. And previous time we did a car setup lab session with range setups, and today I want to take this Audi for a spin. So let's have a look. I'll put on my headset. I created a VR environment so people can actually watch. GT Gamer, what up? So you see this, I have the chat, this is what I normally see. I have created this VR image. I got some help from someone to record VR, and I kind of want to know how EVO is looking. And we're going to build some setups for the GT3s on Spa to see which one is best. But before we go to the Audi, I need to go back to the Beamer and to see how this is shaping up. So let's take this one. Yo, Captain Crunch, what up? So yeah, I'll be keeping on my headset. Let me know if there's some inconsistencies in the stream, because I'm doing this new type of streaming with this capture mirror, so you guys can see what I'm doing in the menus. If that's not readable, then I will go put on the menus from the normal screen. But I got my headset now. I'm using the 57 ppd, which is a little bit more friendly to my GPU and my system, so I can actually run EVO a little bit now. And also on stream, I think it looks quite decent. So that's what I want to get into, and I want to get into setups because to see how they are shaping up, and it's basically a big how do you call it, like verification of the art of car setups to see if it actually applies to AC EVO as well. So good evening, Ringelberg mate, how are you doing? So let's have a look on this stuff. Okay, I have some old setups. They might work, I don't know. Let's have a look. Always a little bit yeah, look, I have still the light hold downforce. See if this one still applies. Ooh, something happened. Oh, okay, this is not good anymore. Okay, so we go to well, it's like, no, it's not worth getting. It's super harsh on your system. My GPU is like, the visuals is like acceptable now, but it looks worse than ACC, and it's like super heavy. I think we need to go to the default setup. I think the setups are broken. Let's take out a quick spin. We have our arrow, we have the max wing, 6 degrees, 55. Okay, let's just use this and see how we are. If the audio is off, let me know. I don't think it's a finished product yet, though. How is it looking, people, for you guys? Okay, it's super rotaty here. That's fine. Let's have a look how quick these laps are. I'm not sure about the tire pressures and temperatures though, but they seem quite okay. Here I have some bottoming out. We just need to set like some sort of a lap here. Okay, the rear is still like sliding a little bit. Yeah, it's a BMW, but we're gonna go into the Audi later. Okay, so it's like super playful here. I don't like that at all. If it does it again here on this section, then look, it wants to turn in. We don't lose it, but we do lose a lot of lap time. We're gonna do all cars, Snippy. So, okay, yeah. Looks like LMU HUD. What? Yeah, it's the same car, Mattia Scherado. Okay, so let's. This is I don't like. So what's happening? We're losing constantly the rear, and let's fix that. Oh, menu. So what stands out is the maximum ranges everywhere and super high spring rates. And I see this happening to other cars as well. We see, oh, this one's actually quite decent. Okay, so I think for a big part, I think we have a little bit too much anti-roll bar on front because it's biting so much. I'm curious, how do you feel about this car setup wise and how's the VR? The VR is pretty crappy, but it's like I got it in a way now that it's acceptable because I'm using 57 ppd headset at the moment, and that's a lot more GPU friendly, so I can actually run this sim now. So let's bring a little bit lower rear wheel rates. This helps us with some aero, 12,000 that is. I'm gonna reduce a little bit of this insane travel, so we get less biting entries. We basically did like a few changes. I don't really know how this is shaping up. I think we need to look at Motec with this bomb stop rate. Brake bias wise and traction control. I don't know, I've seen some people using 0. I like it on 6. And arrow wise, I think we can keep it like this. So let's save this. Apply. And let's call it No, we're gonna fix the car how to pick for name. Evening, Evan, what's up? Okay, so let's just build setups and we'll know. We'll make these cars behave because it's possible. SRA level, no, let's wait, high downforce LVL 3, call it, let's go for 3. Okay, good. So we did some adjustments on the TC. Yeah, I don't know about the pressures. What are our pressures? Is it like 27.5 like in ACC? I'm actually not sure. And let's look at some lap time. So first I want to have a car that drives nicely, and then we're gonna build some lap time, and then we can maybe extract some pace, try out a different wing setting. We still have the rotation though here. Hi Tony mate, how you doing? 26 needs to be. Okay, that's the pressure we need. 27, okay. Let's have a look. Okay, still a little bit snappy. Okay, still like really rotating under the braking. Let's increase the brake bias to change that. Maybe 65. Let's remember that number. You see this? How nicely this is becoming now? It's really like, I really like how the car is slowing down on the exit in the gravel. Still rotating here. Well, it's getting a little bit less, obviously. So how are you guys doing, people? Yeah, I was gonna do daily races LMU, but then I saw this, and I was like, you know what? Let's try it out. Okay, this is great rotated blanchiment like that. Track limits, bro. Okay, so let's do like a, not like a mega push lap, just like get a lap in. Okay, definitely way under the limit there. Rouge important. Full throttle. Wow. I'm gonna have to admit that the way I'm driving now this car, it feels kind of nice. But I'm under the limits. I'm very much aware, but okay, still like this weird slide though. Slow cornerish. Fronts are a bit high. Okay, yeah, I see. Well, we can change that in the next run. I'm actually not sure how to be like, what's like driving meta, you know. In ACC you could not coast. I'm coasting quite a lot. I'm not really sure what the lap time, like how fast we are. Okay, we have definitely high speed rotation, so that's fine. Then that's like the, I always need to screw up like a corner. Okay, so maybe a 220 or 219. What will it be? Okay, 218.3 with a fucked up bus stop. Okay, so cap those temps to high, 2-3 laps. Cooked. Okay, so all right. The conditions are 26 degrees. It's the default, by the way. So how do we make tires colder then? They used to be here, yeah, the brake ducts. No brake ducts. Okay, so on the pressures we could go a little bit lower on the front, yeah? Last reading was 0.7. Okay, let's drop this a little bit. PSI and toe? You think that toe is influencing our... It's a good test though. We don't have a lot of toe. It's only like 0. Whatever. Aga Hussein. I'm using the 57 ppd at the moment. This allows me to erase this sim because I normally use the 8K OLED, but okay, so this seems well. A bit more pressure. The rear pressure could also drop maybe. Let's just drop all pressures. I don't think the tow is going to influence our wear at all, or our temperatures, but like, who knows? Who knows, people? Let's bring it to 0, then we have less heat, you would say, but I'm not so sure. I think we need brake ducts as well, but maybe that will be later. And we're gonna save this. We keep calling it a level 3. Okay, good. Let's do one more run. I have ignored the chat, didn't I? I only did like 0.6 or 0.5. So yeah, normally I'm using the... Oh, I wanted to make a setup change. Maybe the car... No, let's see. I want to test a lower wing setting to see if we're faster on the straights, but now we're on 218. Oh yeah, we have the brake bias, we need to change that one. We need to do. Okay, interesting, man. I mean, this is like my first run in actually like doing a lot of testing, so let's have a look. But they're gonna add like brake ducts blanking to it, right? I mean, it's not there yet, but it will. Like, it would be weird if they didn't. And what about Simba? What about the temperatures then? Is like 80 degrees the optimal temperature? If tow is properly simulated, we get more top speed now as well, and the delta is going to tell us. I can tell you that taking a Rouge in AC EVO is a lot easier than in LMU. Looks like we're going a little bit faster. Small lift, but it's okay. Good evening, Sven. It's still pretty crappy. I mean, the visuals that I'm looking at right now, it's kind of like acceptable-ish, but okay, now we actually improve here, I think. I think I would wait a bit longer though. I'm just here to okay, 217.7, whatever, good, not good, I have no clue. But we were having too much of this tire heat again. And where's the heat? Tire where? Tire outside, middle, inside. So we have too much camber. How's the visual, by the way, guys? Let me know how the visuals. Can you guys read it a little bit? Seems like we have a lot of camber. No, it's really hard. 70, 80. Yeah, okay. But I'm not planning to do lots of laps, but visual's good. Okay, good. Okay, I want to know how this car is going faster on the straights. And let's reduce the wing. Dampers I kind of like. It's kind of like a stiff dampening. That's okay. I think I still want to I want a bit more of the understeer on the entry, so this one needs to be at 65, and we can lower this even more, 25. Maybe lower this one a little bit, like this, and that one we're going to save. We call it mid. No, it's not. Damn. No, it's an illusion, Leon. It's an illusion. It looks better for you than it actually is. So that, remember that. This one we also need to still change, people. We need to get this one to 65. Then I think the mid downforce level 3 is kind of okay. And that one we need to save. High downforce. High downforce, yes. Okay, now we try the mid wing, alright? It feels okay, but the traction control is a bit stupid, I think. But when you put it on 6, it's kind of good. Also, I don't see any way to reduce my tire temperatures with... on ACC you used to have, like on the Aero, a brake duct slider, and we don't have that here. So we reduce the wing, and I want to know how fast we go on the straights if we actually gain from lowering the wing, because that's basically what I always want to know. Do we gain from lowering the wing on the straights? Reference lap you can aim is a low 16 to start with. Okay, that's good lap time then, or not? And David Ebb, I think there's a lot of difference, but it's the same developer. So, but I don't know. I think it's the feeling that I have in the wheel feels better to me, AC EVO. But also I think it's too early to really compare it, because it feels that there needs to be way more done to this title actually. Okay, the rear wing is actually making me twitch more, so we lose out on like the stability a little bit, which makes sense, but not in that corner necessarily. What about here? What about Wuhan? This is an important corner. When you reduce the wing, you're gonna have some oversteer here, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it's more loose on the rear. We didn't change the ride height or whatever. I just tried. I thought it was pretty safe on these entries, but you can see how it wants to turn now. I don't know if we can improve the lap time if the car balances like this. If we put the lower wing, we should be able to floor it here. Yeah, but it slides too much. Okay, on this Blasimo we are still safe. I think we need a reduction in front grip to balance the car better with the low wing. Lower wing. How much do we gain, people? We're gaining maybe like 1/2 on the Camel with the low wing reduction. We keep gaining, we're not losing any time in the corners. This one's gonna be a tricky one. Losing a little bit here. The rear wants to come around too easily, but then it just sticks into the corner, like slip angle abuse a little bit. I think there's a little bit too much slip angle. I did like one lap with the Audi and it has the same problem. Yeah, outlaps can fool. It can, but doesn't happen to me that often. Maybe one more lap, okay? Good evening, Step Force 1. How are you doing? Yeah, it feels okay. I like the feeling in the wheel though. I like it more than LMU, the cornering. But the visuals definitely need to be better. Let's do this one, maybe even more brake bias. We gain some here. Did he tires, even though they're still 90 degrees, they're still getting hotter. Okay, I know enough. You're in the same camp as in it feels better than LMU. Okay, back to the pit lane. Okay, so I see something saying about the 216, low 216. I'm not reaching that, but I also don't want to grind it out and actually get 216. I think we eventually will get there, but just out of the box, let's have a look on the. I think this setup can use on the pressures 27, high 27. The temperature's just getting super high, and there's nothing really we can do about it. I didn't see improvement in tow. I also didn't see an improvement or a change from the tow. The car didn't feel. Yeah, Johan. I know a lot of people like the community, the racing series, but I also got quite a lot of critique, and yeah, I was like, you know what, I need a break from that. LMU for sure, for now. But if we get some optimization and more tracks and more GT3 cars, then who knows? Yeah, okay. So let's do one more test, okay? This was kind of okay. Let's do even less. But let's take some more of that front right height, just a little bit. And let's use even less range on the front. Maybe a bit stiffer front. And then also still a little bit more stiffer. This one. And what about the preload? When we're on the throttle, it really wants to rotate. But also, I want to have its stability, bro. I don't know. Let's keep it like this. Okay. Yeah. So you can see the chat, yeah, over there. It's kind of fun. I need to keep all my headsets so you guys can see the menu. Okay, so let's keep this like it is, and let's save this as a. And I don't know if this is actually possible, but. Okay, low down. I think the critique is not on you, but more the races, messed up races, the others don't have control or behavior others made. Well, you know, also I'm curious for instance for this, you know, and I can only live stream like one time a week, and it's gonna be on Wednesdays. But if I have the community races on Wednesday, then I can't do it. And also the stewarding team and other people that are involved, they are all being like need to bleed for these races. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. But I want to bring it back though. I'm not done yet, but I need a break from it. And also to make a new season now, holiday is coming, you know, people are going on holidays, so maybe after the summer, you know. Okay, so this is definitely the last run in the beam, okay? And then we'll go. You guys can vote which car after this, the Ford, the Ferrari, or the new Audi. Let me know. Can we survive? Ooh, it would be like super scary in real life. Yeah, Johan, I know that people Yeah, we were like a 38 car grid, you know, but there were some people that had to learn a lot. So yeah. Audi? Let's do the Audi. All right. Wuhan is going to be tricky. Let's increase the brake bias again. Could be, I think the low wing is the way to go, by the way. Let's have a look. Well, it really wants to rotate, so I think the low wing is the way to go. Well, the only problem is El Rouge. Let's see what Blasimo brings us in the low wing. These are these key corners that will determine if we can get away with it, yes or no. Ooh, it's getting light on the rear, but it's possible. Let's see, what would we gain even more top speed? Oh, it seems that way. A braking performance, we also not missing out. Okay, this is good. Now, can we capitalize on this low wing and see if the delta drops? And it does, like significantly. Look at this. Another 2/10. So compared to the high wing, we're gaining like 4/10 on this camel straight with the low wing. So I can already tell you that on Spa and Monza, you definitely want to use a low wing. Now we screwed up that corner. This is a bit shitty corner, not proper trail braking. So, and also with the low wing comparison, it's important to see what's gonna happen with delta in this sector too, because if you're losing a lot of time in this sector, then it's not worth it, you know? But we manage. It's harder to drive though. I'll admit that. It's really like rotatey, but here it wants to turn nicely. Okay. Let me answer the chat in a moment, okay? Look at this. 260, 65. Oh, understeer. Okay, so we screwed up the bus stop, but it's basically decent lap, right? Okay, let me take a break from the headset here. So if I go back to, if I show it like this, then you can see the menu, right? Michelle, let me, can I do it like that? This is AC EVO. Like this. Okay, so this is why I love this comparison. Many ways to set up a car for driving styles. Cool, Simba. And a few days left, King Tony. Oh yeah, you're gonna 215s are definitely doable in ACE. Going back to LMU. Yeah. Hey. Jay. By the way, big shout out to Jay Suya Makaret Master. Jay helped me to set up this stream like this. So big shout out to him, Jay. You're a legend. Okay, and by the way, 215s are pretty freaking... I'm not doing that right now, but yeah, this is like the first run. Anyone with more affordable VR headset recommendations for similar under 600? Quest 3, that's the only choice. And what do we have here? Yeah, you're gonna have a good time, yeah? And Yaki is now fit again. Let me get to the let me get back to the freaking pit lane, and I will definitely have this set up to be lower on the wheel rates. This I'm not sure of. I think we need a little bit of less of this. But it seems pretty good, like this. Okay, maybe even less. This would be like a... Maybe we should remove these rates here as well. And let's call this... 15.4. Wow. I don't know what about conditions and the fuel loads, but this is like 30 liters, and yeah. So okay, let's try another car, right? I know my camera is in the way. This is the first time I'm streaming EVO, so let's do another car. Audi, we said, yeah? Look at this beauty. So if you have the conditions, we're gonna keep them the same. Okay, so the grip is green. So know that the grip is green, okay? So that's also gonna influence lap time, don't you think? Should be. I think zoom a little further on the FOV. Oh, it's quite far back. Should I? Okay, I will do that, Jay. Let's have a look. Let me know if this is better, all right? Good. Okay, let's look at the vehicle setup. Okay, so this one actually, I want that max wing. I'll increase the rear ride height accordingly. Should we? I think we're gonna keep it like that. Also, this wild travel on these on the bump stops, man. Why? Maybe that's the way to go. Who knows? Front anti-roll bar, rear anti-roll bar. TC2, TC ABS. Okay. Huh? Oh yeah, this seems okay. Okay, let's do it. Listening to the conference sessions? What's that? Conference sessions, Simba. Okay, let's have a look. little bit of understeer. Oh, oh yeah, they can wait. The development team. Oversteery. Sounds great though. I think there's definitely a way more depth to this car than it was in ACC, people. It's way more alive in a way. If understeer, we increase the rear wing, so obviously we're gonna have the understeer. Let's complete the lap, see what the tires do. It's a bit understeery under high speed. So for everyone who's like Ringelberg, Tony, Simforce One, they're gonna have a party this weekend at Yaki's. Yaki's they're doing like a show and singing, and they're all gonna be there. So. Okay, let's do a lap. I think we have too much understeer, so we could use some more rake in the car. You know what's gonna make me drive EVO, people? The track choices in AC EVO. It's gonna be a no-brainer at some point. Okay, so if you nail the corner, then it's gonna be better. Still, this one is like dirty. Let's see what we got. Jay, is it better now? The oh, it is like a little bit of a weird one because it wants to oversteer and understeer at the same time. So that's basically a little bit of the character that you also had in ACC. Screwing up the gears. Now it really wants to understeer. Now it's really understeer, so have to lift. I don't know, I wouldn't surprise me if we get like into like 216s with this car currently. Here I actually need to lift. This is actually really good. It's super slow, yeah? Let's do one more lap. Okay, so Arnouts is a bit more challenging to do, but yeah, just 6, mate. Exactly. More tracks, better tracks, and maybe less buggy as well. It's understeering, man. Come on. So this is on a high wing, and I definitely... There are elements that I don't really like. This one is like really well, but then now I'm on the power and I cannot get the car to turn, so it definitely needs right height. Or we need lower spring travel on the rear, which now again is also insanely high. Or stiffer rear springs, or more anti-roller in the rear, I don't know yet. Understeer, and it's invalidated because of the understeer. It's 218. It's actually not that good. Actually, very slow, because people have said to do like, yeah, just do 213s. That's normal. Or 215, sorry. Okay, so it's going to be... let's have a look. This one I want to reduce. And this is gonna give me rotation. And let's add some ride height there as well. But it's also biting a lot, and you can already see that the front anti-roller is stiffer. I kind of want to reduce some travel here as well. Yeah, track is green, but like I'm in the... On preload's kind of low too, or whatever that means. What about dampers? Okay, maybe we can just add some softer the rebound and a bump a little bit. Let's go a little bit stupid here. I think I'm really biased to that brake bias going forward. Let's reduce some pressure. 0.4. Inside middle. It seems like we have a lot of camber. The inside is actually harder than the outside. So let's I'm not 100% sure if we should change that right now. We did a lot of changes already, so let's AC track evolution really works. Okay. Okay. Good to hear. Let's see if the car is less of a handful now. Okay. So what do? We removed some travel, so we get a little bit more stability on the aero. It's stiffer on the front. We have more rake. Yeah, it just $680 in aluminum, man. It's horrible. I think the high wing might be really painful for this car and this track as well. I always like, by the way, how the the guy from, you know, the Steven, you know, who makes the videos for LMU. And he says like we're not aiming to hurry the game up because it's an endurance sim or whatever. But I think they kind of sometimes mistake that like you do have some sort of a limit and a deadline to it, you know? You cannot keep saying we're developing and we're improving. At some point we need to get rid of these bugs. Yesterday my liveries weren't showing. For now, it's always something new, right? Always a new bug. Yeah, so problematic, I'd say. Okay, it turns better now. I still need to lift. Still this understeer. By the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I really like it when you go off track. You kind of jump, and it's like not nice to do. In LMU, for instance, it's like if you just cut the track, then you're like, yeah, whatever. Now over here you get a nasty jump. It's not like you're dying or anything, but you can just feel it's not optimal. Okay, this feels a lot better. Sounds nice, man, this car. It's awesome. Look, the ride height changes actually made me make these corners. So it is definitely a fact that the rear ride height does give you the rotation under the fast speeds. So you see how this car is just getting better now? But the changes we did, actually better like this. Okay, this is a bit aggressive. But we can get away with it. Ah, that's painful. I mean, what does EVO actually cost now? We need like, there's so much stuff, you know. I have like an opinion about EVO. I don't see it like going mainstream yet. It's playful on the rear. Oh, it definitely, the setups work, man. It's beautiful. Let's do low wing after this, or mid wing. Let's see. So that's a 217.4. You see that? So after some control, we can actually get it to drive a little bit better. Back to the pit lane. Let me take a break from the headset. Chat should buy. Oh, should I buy EVO today or not? Do you drive VR, Just 6, or do you drive on screens, or what system do you have? It's important. Okay, let's do. Okay, so this is not a setup that I think is ready, but it's like okay as a baseline. But now I want to know how it responds on the half of the wing setting. So let's do 3, and let's Reduce the rake. Well, let's do the rear ride height a little bit, so we offset that platform a little bit. And let's add some front stiffness as well, so we can keep control of that rear. Let's reduce some travel on the front, so this is going to help us in Puhan. The max, yeah, this is good. Entry rotation, maybe we could increase the preload, but that's too early to change. Maybe we can go softer, and maybe we can do some negative toe to get some rotation in these fast bends. Because I don't want to add more rake, I just want more rotation, but not from the rake. So that's basically it, yeah? I'm on a PC 32, that's easy. And oh, okay, yeah. Yo, Necrodogs, mate, how you doing? Do we like the update? I think so. Yeah, it's okay. I like it. What is your PC system then? Just exists like Juicy system. Okay, so the pressures, we have lots of camber. I'm fully aware. Let's do this. Let's call this the mid downforce level 3. So by the way, guys, understand, like, this is how I built my setups. Like, these levels, like the mid, the high, the low, I'm not really searching for the lap time, but I'm looking for the information what these cars will do. But these 3 baselines I can carry over into other tracks very quickly. Maybe if we have time left, we can do that in the end. Okay, let's so I'm not showing the screen now, I'm sorry. So let me show you what I did. I reduced the rear wing. Oh, my headset. I reduced the rear wing. I reduced the rear ride height. I added wheel rates on the front. I reduced the bump stop range. I softened up the rear, increased the travel on the rear. And on the fuel we did nothing, and over here we did nothing. And I created some negative toe. So let's see how it goes. And the first then test is obviously to survive El Rouge with less wing, and still like 75 millimeters of rear ride height, that is. So let's have a look. That seems okay. The Smithy, it's absolutely horrendous. The image you're getting here from the stream, it is looking worse in my headset, but it's smooth now. But I'm running a 5090 and I'm using a Pimax headset that is friendly for my GPU, so definitely needs way more optimization. There was like a comment, or like in the change log of this update, there's something that is gonna be better, or performance maybe, it's hinting at that, but it's not better in performance. So Simba, I actually have like a full-blown guide that explains this whole process to all the for GT3 cars, that is, like a very dedicated explanatory thing. I already sold it for over 100 times, so it's my life's work. So, and it's super cool because you can just carry that over into any other sim. It will be, if they simulate it properly, that is, at least. This doesn't work in Project Motor Racing yet, because those set of changes are like nothing is happening over there. Okay, guys, this is gonna be a faster setup for sure. I think it's even gonna be better than the high downforce. Let's see, what does the top speed do? Yeah, no problem, Spitty mate. Oh, look at this, man. I feel confident. Let's look at the Delta. Same story as the Beamer, you see that? 2/10, even more. 3/10 almost. A little bit too early on the throttle there, unfortunately. The negative toe really helps though turn the car. Look at this, how much time we actually lost a little bit in the second sector. So it's aiming towards that on the high wing. We do get lap time from the high wing and cornering. Okay, so that's a 217 on a green track. All right. Well, that works. I'm kind of happy with that setup. I wouldn't want to change it, so we got lucky there. Let's do even wilder, people. Let's... I was not seeing hints of oversteer on the high speed, so we'll keep the front ride height as it is. So we keep this rake 70. We're kind of limited in, like, maybe a little bit more travel in the rear. And overall, I don't really see anything that we should change. So let's save this one as a low downforce. And we can take that low downforce, for instance, on the Nordschleife, and if we can manage, then we can enjoy that top speed on the big straight, right? Okay. If we could manage. But I'm a little bit worried about ride heights on the Nordschleife. Maybe we should increase all ride heights on Nordschleife like a couple of millimeters. Not sure. Because the cars actually do bottom out as well on... if you go too low on the ride heights, you will just lose... the floor hits the track, so... Okay, this is a low wing car, people. On cold tires, stability. Let's see what the top speed is. 270 almost? Here. I think we need to like change the radiuses of these corners a little bit for the Audi. You need to be a little bit ahead of the corner to power out of these corners. There's like this understeer, and you kind of need to set the the arc of the corner a little bit early, and then you can power out through it correctly, but I think it could also use some more negative toe to even upset the rear a little bit more. Okay, I think the downshifts also will give you lap time and braking performance. Okay, we're screwing up this corner. So we're losing out on the exit, but we might improve with the low wing. Let's see. Oh, that's the track limit. Well, we almost made it, but still felt safe. Not a real gain from this lower wing setting, which is interesting, right? Like the Beamer just got faster and faster, but this car actually didn't get faster from the low wing. What about this section? It definitely became more unstable. I'm just driving better. It's nothing to do with the setup, by the way, on this part. What car is next, the Ford or the Ferrari? Let me know. Is the chat still working? Or just did everybody die? Or everybody's silent? This is a dirty lap though, but it is the first 2:16 of the evening. Forward, alright mate. Okay, this was a dirty lap, but it was a 2:16. First 2:16. So yeah, good. Good setup. Good setup, this is okay. I think the overall feeling that I get from this car is decent car. Let me do this. Okay, let's go back. Lol, we're watching. Okay. Lowest car, Ford, please. Okay, let's do the Ford. I think the Ford sounds super cool, by the way. Like, that sounds like the most angry car you'd ever hear. Okay. Same, yeah. It feels like these setups are like just maxed out a lot of times. What about this? Oh, this one has the max wing. Okay. Stiff dampers, why? Front anti-roll bar, preload. No, I did the traction control because it's traction control, so like, let's have a look. Um, full tires, bunch of understeer. Oh, we should not go to the first gear. It doesn't really feel well because of all the travel on the springs. A lot of understeer. Understeer, understeer. Understeer. Oh. I feel this is like super slow or something. Had to lift and still I got the understeer. Hey, snap by Dan, man. Oh, Dan, mate. You just need setups, mate. I tuned it, and it's gonna be... You need setups. That's what you need. If you go back to the stream, I actually did my personal best here on with the Audi. You can definitely tweak it. But this car is an absolute turd on the default. This car I actually also don't really like. It just doesn't want to do what I do. It's biting, but then it's understeering. Builds of the same problem that the Audi had before. Go back to the stream. You can see it. You know me, I will build setup packs, but not yet. It's too early. Maybe you can do the test pack. I don't know, like a free one. See if people like it. $219.7. To me, the Ford was given the same treatment as ACC. It's broken. No aero. Well, I don't know. But this is absolutely not good. So if we go to the Ferrari's OP, okay, we're gonna figure it out after this one. Okay, so it doesn't want to turn under high speed. So we need rake in the car. Let's add a centimeter of that. Maybe lower the front. I didn't hear the car bottom one time. Although it sounds nice, that is true. I also have questions about these rebound dampenings stuff. It's super stiff. So what does this mean when it's stiff? Doesn't want to turn on the entry. I think we. It's also interesting that this brake bias is all of a sudden allowed to go to 80%, and the Audi can only go to 65. Let's do 65. Maybe it's the meta brake bias 65%. On the entry, it really wants to turn. Okay, so let's keep this fairly low, but let's do this a bit softer. This one needs to go lower. This is gonna give us rotation on the exit. This is gonna give us some safety on the entry. You know what? I'm contradicting myself. Let's do it like this. It's at 15.8. Okay. So what I'm basically doing off the top of my head, this is like basically my suspension philosophy. I'm gonna come up with names with like softer rear, rake in the car, and it's gonna give me planted feel. This is gonna, all the changes that it gives me a planted feel, but it's gonna offset this change. So it's gonna kind of like transform the car, and it works in this sim too. So let's call it when it's stiff, it's hard. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Stiffer is always better. Still under theory. Not gonna be too long on this high wing though. Let's add some TC, maybe that's the problem. This entry already feels better. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. You can really feel that the car is kind of off when these tires are like super cold. Look at this, look how beautiful this is going. Now we just need rotation on this part. Which we do have, a little bit. How about this entry? Oh, that's kind of nice. Still a bit understeer here. Hey, what's up? I'm studying all your setup videos. Amazing work, mate. Okay, man, thanks, appreciate the comment, man. Let's go. This is a setup live stream, brother. We're doing baselines, building high, mid, and low downforce setups for these GT3 cars in EVO. Seems a good idea here as well. Look, we did the more TC and the car is like 10 times better now. Small lift, I think it's the wing. Definitely gonna be slowest on the straight with this car, but after this we're gonna do low wing and see if we can gain some time on these straights, because we're not even making 260, and that is actually mega slow. And in a way that, like, the rotation we have on the rear, it feels a lot like LMU, but in a good way. Like it's like the character of the car. But it's so much safer. It doesn't kill you as soon as you. Okay, now I just mistake the braking point. Let me explain that in a minute. About the Arnouts, or like Rena, I'm gonna call it Rena. Look at that, and then it just wants to keep, like, the last little bit of rotation we're missing. It's basically a little bit of toe that could solve that problem. This high wing is just stopping the car in a straight line, so it's like really painful on the high wing. I hope, unless it's just like too slow, not competitive compared to the other cars. I screwed up the Puhan, but we're still on a 219, so it's like really slow on the high wing on spot. Rena's fine, huh? Okay, good. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this setup. So this the car is kind of okay. I don't see there's a problem, so we can keep it as a baseline high wing. But now I want to go faster on the straights, and we still have pretty much a element of understeer. So let's bring the wing down. Now we get more top speed, but there's also this pressure being removed from the back. And imagine ride height and front ride height and the difference of rake. If the car is more positioned like forward, there's like an aero platforms pulling the car into a certain balance. And when you reduce the rear wing, you kind of want to reduce the rear ride height as well. But we're gonna go easy on this ride height. Let's do only 5 millimeters. Another addition to this, if you have a lot of bump stop range, then this will add the rake under load as well. Now at the moment it is 10, and on the entries we are kind of like I'm adding some spring stiffness to get that rake under control. And maybe these dampers, maybe these are just fucking stupid. Let's make this a bit softer. I think we still can use a little bit of stiffness on the rear. Let's remove even more stiffness on the rear, so we can have this, like when we're on a throttle, the rear wants to rotate, like we're preventing the car from squatting a bit more. We need TC7, And I'm gonna... Oh, look at this. Let's get rid of this freaking toe. That will also make the car rotate better. In LMU with the Ferrari GT3, when I brake and then coast entering the Puhan, the car tends to lose the rear and oversteer. Front packers. 0.5 or something. Try it out. That will kind of keep the car the same, but it will help. It will really help at the Puhan the cab. Okay, let's make this a let's hope we gain some lap time from this change. Good. Didn't have a look at the pressures. I see we are too high in the pressures. Whatever, bro. We're building these cars in a quite hot condition, so... But you can also, but your stiffer rebound analogy is also really a good idea, yeah? You can do that as well. Try both. I think the packers can really help you. It's simple. Doesn't change anything else that much. Yeah, have a look, mate. See, that works. Okay. Oh, it's really sketchy. Best GT3s I've driven are the Corsairs. Ah, okay. Yeah, I did drive them too, but it's a long time ago. Can't really recall them, actually. Do we gain on lap time on the straight? Definitely wants to turn in our Rouge now. Huh. Look at this. We're losing time. And now we gain time again? What? Here we gain time. What's happening here? Here we do gain a lot of time. What? Oh, okay, the delta is broken. Oh, okay, the delta is broken. Oh, okay. But it was working before, right? But wait, do we actually measure now then? Are these lap times accurate then? I'm confused. What a waste of time this is then. The Bayer A6 AKB M4 and the okay, good stuff, Necrodux. Broken, yeah. Okay. So if we go to the setup again, the car is broken. In this case, okay. Let's do. Let's go for one to rotate nicely. I think we have a little bit too much of that range. Not enough of that range. Okay, mate. Let's do a little bit less of this travel too. Let's add a bunch of brake bias. 70, why not? I think this was a good call to keep this at a high value bump. Yeah. It's maybe a bit too much as well. Let's do a low downforce, and then we go to the Ferrari. Now I don't know. Now I'm a lot slower on with the Ford actually. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, yes, Simba, maybe. Maybe I should keep in higher gears while braking, but I also need to stop the car hard. I don't know, it feels to me a little bit fake. Low wing, being able to abuse the steering wheel like that. What did Gamer Muscle say about force feedback then? Was he complaining? Probably. Who's that? Which guide should I check? This is actually the first time I'm on the EVO, so it's basically exploration, everything I do. Definitely goes quick on a straight now. Can you explain Missile SDK? What is that? Who is it? Delta is now dropping a little bit, not that much. I don't like this. I just don't like the car. It's so like wants to turn, but then it doesn't. There's this weird slip angle. So to set up this one, it needs more work. Yeah. Also the low wing, it's like dangerous in the fast bends. What about here? This is okay. Yeah, there's something going on with the Delta. Yeah. So I did like really quickly. Okay. Let me get this sorted. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong menu. Sorry, people. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Okay, so the SDKs were used for modding. They added it 0.7. Has this about car set of physics? But oh, they have a guide. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have a look. So, I don't know. I don't like this car. I don't like it. That's my, like, the setups need more work, and I didn't like it. So let's go to the last one. Okay. Let's have a look. So is there, okay, so what about this one then? So it's interesting, the same as an ACC, yeah, low rake. Okay, but is it actually normal language, or is it like insane hard language? Or is it actually something you can work with? Or it's just a bunch of definitions? Because I kind of know a thing or two about setups in a general sense, not necessarily this sim in particular, what works or what not, but basic car dynamics, especially on the Aero, it's pretty accurate and it's different for every car, so that's good. These bump stop ranges on the max I don't really enjoy, actually. So, what stands out to me is that this anti-roll bar is quite stiff compared to the other cars. Dampers, this is a little bit of the same that we saw on the BMW. Again, this crazy amount of bump stop ranges. Traction control is on 5, okay. Okay, no, let's just keep it default then and see, because a lot of times people say I don't like the car, and half the time they're just not set up very nicely, especially in this game. And I also in LMU, I mean, some cars are just default setups are absolute trash. And then people say it's a shit car. No, it's a shit setup. Setup is not nice. Okay, let's have a look. It's the first time I'm driving this car, by the way. I really like this, the chat, and because it seems like everybody knows better than me. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, this is basically the easiest car from what I'm seeing now. And it's fast on the straight. What's going on? Did it on purpose, no worries. So why is it easier? Well, I'll tell you. It doesn't want to, on the slow corners, it like, I can fully agree with others, it's just easier in the slow corners. What about Wuhan? Let's have a look. No drama. Bit of understeer here. Now why is it so easy to drive? Because it doesn't have the weird snap on the entry. Still a bit understeer here though. It's, yeah, I could see why people think this is the easiest. Bit understeer though. Good on the brakes. So what do we do with the default setup here? Yeah, I can see, yeah. Yeah. Necrodox and Simba, yeah. I agree. It's a bit understeery through All Rouge, but it's okay. It's crazy fast in the straights though, look. And it's like really... a little bit. Still need to get adjusted to the car a little bit. Over here it's super nice. And it's also kind of understeery. It does need some work though. I don't like this, you know, come on man! Corner! It doesn't want a corner. I'm just basically power sliding through this corner. Big lift, it's basically super understeery. Yeah, it's tire pressure too high. Understeer. I do think it's too understeery. look at this, how many mistakes I made, and it's even in 219. So, oh, wrong one. Let's go super low on the front. Okay, save this one. Let's try again. More rake, less travel on the rear, one click more TC. I have so much success on TC6, so brake buys we kept the same. Now I actually want to turn in Arnouts, and the cold tires though, still. Car feels a lot better now. Use a bit more brake bias and then it's a bit of the same as the Audi. On the initial entry, it's kind of like doing the same. It really wants to turn, but then when the end part of the corner needs to be completed, then it's kind of understeery. Look at this. Easy. By the way, I'm seeing 214 targets. That's gonna be not possible. Not tonight. But on the high wing, we are quick. Pressure seem good, okay? That seems okay. Let's that was a decent baseline, bit twitchy, but we'll take it. Oh, it's the wrong menu. We go to this tab. Let's do 4. It's a little bit too bitey on the entry, so we'll do less of this. And let's keep it like that. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's very easy. Easy cars are easier to set up. It's not. There's no lying there. Let's do. But I can see that people adapt to this baseline. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it with the mid wing. See what happens. Maybe it's gonna be even better. So if the rate changes and the wing settings, like this part of the track immediately is gonna tell me if I'm close. Even on cold tires, this feels super balanced. So I already know that the and I'm not getting lucky all the time. It's gonna be there's some forgiveness in the rate. So okay, playful. Sapphire just joined and didn't realize we were on AC EVO. Wondered what happened to the Ferrari dash. Hey Sapphire mate, how are you doing? Yeah, I was just doing some setup work, you know? So, it kind of does remind me of the Audi a little bit, but ooh, this is nice. I'm doing alright. Life's been quite busy. How many things for you? Yeah, same problem. I have or it's not a problem really. Everything's going really well, but I'm gonna have to keep saying no to some people, and that really bothers me a little bit. Okay, mate. Okay, Simba. Thanks for the feedback, mate. Good. This one should not be the first gear. Feels to me it should. Nah, not really liking it. I think Neon Under God, I think that's gonna take a long time before that would happen. Okay, one more lap after this. I can do better. Second, okay. Of course, man. Why not? Why wouldn't I respond? Almost. Like this top speed we're getting is like to 60, 70 maybe? Struggling with that corner a little bit. Yeah, second gear is the way to go, mate. Thanks. Whatever, bro. This is also me. I'm getting tired. So, we can do... I think the car is fine. I think it's a bit more... It's a bit like slip angly on the rear. I don't think it's too crazy though. But this is something that is kind of works. When you will get soon, I hope, Rasmussen, it will be here soon. But I hope it will have a better foam, because I'm not so enthusiastic about that foam plate, you know, that foam that on your face. So let's have a look what this will do. So I will call this the low downforce setup. Low. Okay. First, I need to do some toilet. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Yo, here we go. So, okay, Alexander Orion, mate. Crazy 3 laps of dudes in 16s, huh? Oh, I thought I was needed to get 15, so I wasn't really happy about my 16s. Let's have a look on the low wing. And, yeah. Maybe that will suit my 4090 better. Well, I don't know, 4090 is still a really fucking monster, right? So you can do a DreamAir, I think, the normal one. I believe that you can run it. Yeah, so let's do the last run. It's a bit too sketchy. Okay, it's too much. This is a good indication that it's too much. So we're going to do a little bit different here. Let's do some negative brake. And let's add the travel on the rear. So I'm making like these adjustments to make it safer. Maybe this will get, we can get away with this, I don't know. And now it bottoms out. So it's bottoming out on the Arnouts because of the insane travel. So we actually cannot do this, it seems. So that might be too much. That was bottoming out. Actually, really good. Really good. Well played, EVO. Well played. Going extreme in values and bottoming out the floor of the car and losing control. And now we're also going to be super close. And now we can get away with it. I don't know, when the tank is full, it might be different as well. I can, Matix, I will, you can turn it off, right? The buttons, or it's the car you hear, maybe? Okay, so it's super sketchy now. I think the more advanced drivers would love this setup. It's like really wants to rotate. I don't particularly like these type of cars, but it's like becoming a shopping cart. Super strong brakes, amazing. Also with this low wing configuration. There was an apex there somewhere. Second gear, my friend told me you should be here in second gear. I'm getting tired, man. I'm giving up. The low wing might be a bit too much for this car. There's definitely ways to think about it. So if I would do this as an experiment. Oh, keep going in the settings. So it still wants to rotate. It wants to rotate. So Maybe some toe to like get some stability in on the rear. This seems okay. Maybe we still didn't touch ABS or the TC slip, but it's all these kind of things we still need to try to figure out. We could still go lower on rear springs. We could lower on onto roll bar. Let's go full meta here. Let's add some stiffness to the bump. That will make the car pitch less, and let's add some rear rebound so the rear will be up in the air more, and that beep, the tone you hear is just a pit entry or something. Let's do a rate here as well. Know if it's gonna do anything. Okay, this will be the absolute last run. I'm watching, mate. I'm watching and learning about this particular setup. Okay, good. We did lots of changes to make to get some stability. Now if it doesn't work now, then I'm done. It's mega quick on the straights though. I can see it's so overpowered, like 270 here. Oh, that's a lot better. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, one more lap, people. Now, new on under God, what do you mean? What about the underside? Oh, you mean the bottoming out? Oh, other side. I don't know what you mean. Other side. What other side? It's still very snappy. fuck it. Low wing doesn't work. And this is where this is also kind of something you want to like think about. And I forgot to put the screen again. I need to remember this. You see this? I'm sorry for the double screens. So, the conclusion is that we can build setups and we have baselines. And maybe we can make another stream where we take these baselines to lots of other tracks and see how they compare. But then we need to just stick to one car. Like, no, man. Or okay, so okay, lots of questions. Yeah, I need a break. I'm tired. Like 2 hours of this stuff, and then you're basically brain freezing all the time. But rear has too much dynamic rake. Maybe stiffer rear and less rear ride height. Yeah, but it was already on the lowest Sapper plugins. So I'm already, and I have no wing. So it's like I'm really constrained in the car setup like that. But I want that low wing. I want that top speed. But apparently it's a bit too much to ask. But it's already super fast in the straight. But like I can see how aliens use this with zero wing and control the rear. But maybe I should have maybe worked more with the toe, front toe, and some other damper settings to kind of exploit this car. But I can see that this one is very overpowered. And I can see that the Ford is absolutely slow. And I really think the Beamer is nice, and I really think the Audi is nice as well. It's and the setup changes are intuitive; they make sense. You see a speed increase by lowering the wing. You see stability increase. I'm going wild with brake bias. By the way, brake bias goes to an insane extent. So maybe a bit more sensitivity to the brake bias would be, I don't know, a good idea. Maybe a little bit less safety on Air Rouge with lower wing settings would maybe make it a little bit more challenging. I think it's too easy. I also think the cars have a little bit too much of that yaw, that slip angle a little bit. So, new racer. How do I know when to start messing with the setups? Initially, I should just focus on racecraft and such, but it seems setups make a difference. Is it worthwhile to pursue earlier on? Matt, I will say this. If you can get it around the track a little bit, I would just start with some ride heights and some wing settings, you know? If you look back to this stream, you see what I'm doing. Increase the wing, increase the ride height, lower the wing, lower the rear ride height, and see and feel the differences. People might argue that you need to be like very consistent, and then only the setup. You can only then change the setup, and I think that's completely false. I think everyone can tweak setup, but in the beginning you need to be like keep it simple for yourself, you know. But I would definitely start immediately. So you can feel the changes. But and also when you're searching for stability, I think it's important that people have stable setups in the beginning, and sometimes these sims don't provide it. So then, yeah, it's making a softer anti-roll bar, less ride height will help you. So, so yeah, and also with the setups, it's like a gatekeeping thing as well. Like some wanker on a Discord would say, like, yeah, you really need to know what you're doing. That's BS, man. It's a game, for Christ's sake. Everybody can tweak setup. And I'm like, if you follow my videos, you will most likely find something useful, hopefully. But yeah, and also the newsletter is full of these things. So, hey, GT Gamer, man, yeah, it's good, man. It's good fun. It's a good fun. I see this game getting better and better. More GT3 cars, more. What about tracks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's winning on tracks with LMU. And I like this track. And I like this track. I like this track. I like this track. I like this track. I don't really like this track, but I don't know, man. It's a good fun. Optimization patch for VR would be nice. And yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope to be here next week again. Maybe we can build on these, or we can do some daily races. Have a look. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the support, and see you guys. Maybe next time. Shoot me a message in Discord. Buy my setups. Buy my car setup guides. That really helps me out. Keeps the journey forward. So